country. So I had a little dim light sitting in the living room. We was watching the Super Bowl, man. And it came to me, and my friend Easy was my tattoo. Name was Eric, but we called him Easy. He was sitting next to me, and I said, Easy, watch this, man. Watch this. I'm going to change the color of the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Blue. And blue smoke would come out.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, okay, I can understand the smoking blue. I was like, okay, now let's do this red.
Mm-hmm.
I did that and blew it, and it came out red. Yeah, when I would smoke a joint, I could make it come out different colors.
Because the aura on the inside?
Yeah, it's like a rainbow, man. I love it. I mean, I see everywhere I go, and I'm always asking myself, okay, what is it showing? Because when I was in acupuncture school, there was one time I saw a big circle about this big, but it had a black line, like if you used to draw a circle and then paint a picture or something on the inside. But this was waves of rainbow colors, but it didn't go outside of that circle. So the second time that I had seen it, it was again a wavy rainbow, but it didn't have no form to it, no circle or anything to it. It was like free flow. And one of these places I used to go to all the time in Orlando called the Spiral Book. And I told the lady that owned it what was going on. She goes, oh, you're right. There's this preacher lady coming in. She knows about this stuff. Cool. So I got to talking to her, and I said, man, I see purple falling out the side of your head, which is a very spiritual type person. And I said, I see these colors like this, and I explained it to her. What is that? And she said, you see the colors. So all of these, I mean, I see colors like turquoise, not only blues, reds, and greens and yellows. I see different colors: turquoise, gold, light gold, dark gold, light blue. I don't know what happened, but I was back home, and I was living in a little RV at the time, and I walked off in there. All of a sudden, everything went green. Oh, man, green. And I'm like,
I'm confused.
and I'm inside here, and I'm like, man, this is weird. I figured I would see it flash, and then it would go. This time, it clicked in, and it stayed in. I was like, I'm going to try something. I opened the door and walked outside, and everything outside had that lime green look to it. And I'm like, what the hell just happened here, And I'm like, then it just disappeared. I could see everything back to its normal. But it had locked in like that a time or two in a different color. And everything and everywhere I looked, that color was there. Nothing changed. But it's like, okay, shake it out, and then everything's back to normal.
So the colors, what do they mean? Are you seeing the energy it's emulating, or is it like a filter that you're seeing?
Oh, good. You got topped off and everything, brother.
I don't know. I think it might be like a filter, maybe. I'm not sure. That's what it's coming. That is what I'm kind of like feeling.
Because sometimes like the elevation of consciousness, that is what it felt like when you waking up. It's like why everything seems different, but it's the same. It's because now I've got educated to a certain type of filter, like reading certain books are like filters to me, because after reading the book, you go out, and then now you're examining things through the lens of the book.
Oh, yeah, okay, got you, yeah, gotcha.
So that's why I was able to see certain situations. After reading certain books, I was able to see certain situations through its filter that at first I didn't see, but after reading the book, it was like, Jesus fucking Christ. That's been going on the whole time. Like, now it's like you're hyper aware of it.
Yeah.
And at first you had no idea. And then when you like, what the hell? And And the thing is, when you kind of like, I say wake up or get it, you see other people don't get it, they're going by, but you can't say anything because it took you a while to get to this journey. And it's going to take them.
Yeah, exactly. But see, I don't know. But I think a lot of it for the main colors is like that. For me, like the chakras. You know, so that's why I asked about different areas. You know, different things like that.
So you see almost through the chakra filters. Because each chakra, each color has a different.
Yeah.
Like the first one is like all about a survival, and when you can calm that one down, you go to the next one. Then you go to the next one, the sacral, to the solar plexus, and each chakra has a different meaning. So depending on what chakra energy you're emulating from, you will see.
I used to have one on my old phone that had it was from Tesla's. He had the chakras, what each one meant in a positive way, what each one meant in a negative way.
No one discussed that one. Everyone discussed just the positive.
And it had a healing frequency for it.
Yes.
Each one has a healing frequency for it.
That's true. Yeah.
But yeah, each one had a positive aspect
I didn't know
of it,
that.
and then a negative aspect.
Yeah.
I'll have to go and find that on my other phone.
Yeah.
Find that out app.
Yeah. No.
That's for
right.
that.
Right. Because there's certain sayings for each chakra, like I'm safe, I'm whole, all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Because it didn't even go to 528. And it had the colors. Oh my God, it had the colors of the chakras, and it had the saying, and it had the sound of the vibration that went with that. And I was like, man, because I sat there for every day for a month.
And that's what you're supposed to do. You see, that's what meditation is like. You know, when you're so physical, you're tired. And you can and it sucks because meditation, I have to sit down, and what you're saying, you're right. There are frequencies you'll sit down and meditate in that frequency.
Yeah.
So it is like a focused meditation. So you can like, today I am going to focus on my heart chakra, on my root chakra in this frequency. So when it comes down for 10 minutes, that's it. You listen to a frequency and you just meditate.
Yeah.
That takes sessions.
No, thank you, Marcus, because you said a few things that opened me up. It's like, oh wow, cool. I'll take that, man. I like that. You know, I'm going to check that out and work on that a little bit more and see. Maybe that's what it was I'm seeing.
How do you guys like that? You guys are surprised on live.
No, you didn't know that?
Oh man!
Surprise! Surprise!
Oh man!
You've been talking for 8 minutes.
You got me twice. You got me twice.
I know.
No, I just figured that was a video or something. You know, you know how you are. You're always sitting at the house.
I know.
Going over videos.
I know. I do that.
Anytime a camera or a computer's on, always look for.
You're ruining my cover.
The red.
Stop it.
Always look for the red.
Stop it.
Anytime you see some red, like what's that? Like what that mean right there?
Marcus, why you doing like this, man?
See the red.
I thought we was homies.
Oh, you got me twice. You got me twice.
Cause no, be honest with you, you did good. The only thing you gotta do is just talk.
Exactly. And that was actually my point to good brother Ollie. Every time he's just talking about something, he comes out with the wildest, coolest shit. Wildest, coolest shit. And that's just being straight with it.
Well, you know, it's a lot of it for me is the give back what you absorbed.
Right.
You know, when I absorbed the chi by practicing all of this that you taught me, that is so much, you know, I absorb it. But yet, why not give it back? Give it back to the people with love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you lift that vibration up. You lift that energy up.
I shouldn't have said anything. Marcus blew my cover.
I'm
out.
He was aware.
Yeah. I was aware.
I wasn't aware. I was just running off at the ball, man. I wasn't aware. I got to build my awareness on that.
But even though you should be aware of how awesome you are because you did it without even knowing.
I don't say that I'm awesome. I just said everybody else is.
Oh no.
Because that's the beauty of
You
it.
like to take care of everybody else and not yourself, huh, Ollie?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I
That's
see.
true.
I see how you are.
That's true.
I'm awesome, and everyone else is too.
That's right. That's right. That's right. We're all awesome as an individual.
That is it.
Hey, Ollie! You're awesome!
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Hey, what's going on, Heather?
Well, see, I'm not the type of person that goes by, I guess what you might say, prestige or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't label me. I'm not a label. I'm a human. I love doing what I do. I just say if they ask me anything, I'm just a body facilitator. I facilitate the body to heal itself. It does it itself. You know, I just help it to activate it.
So the extrateric system. Are you familiar with that?
A little.
Because I was thinking about reading a book on that in a few. Thank you. It's called the extrateric system, and that's where the psycho-spiritual sciences. That's how it's been kind of like defined. The psycho-spiritual sciences. So that's more on the lines with the Chi and Prana.
Yeah.
So that's another book I was interested in reading to just further educate me on the subject of the extraterrestrial, the key Chi and Prana. You know, so that's why I wanted to ask you about it, like how to like emit it, transfer it, use it. And I know that intention is a huge factor in it. Just like when I do yoga, my intention that you set in class is to heal myself. That's one of the intentions I have for me for every class. It's just like I want to heal myself and I want to grow in yoga because if I grow in yoga, I'll grow in many
More other areas. Yeah, exactly.
So it's like so it's just going to what's it called? It's snowball. It's just going to snowball. So you try to you aim for greatness in this area. The snowball effect is becoming great, and you're going to apply it.
That's awesome.
Mm.
I'm gonna step outside for a little bit.
Go ahead,
I'm sweating.
I'm by myself. They're gonna be watching me eating.
Oh! I just had the notion to come in here and end it anyways.
Oh, okay, go.
Yeah. So that was good timing. Maybe I'll just keep it going actually though, because I was wondering about this just yesterday, as a matter of fact. Yeah, please feel free. By the way.
Wondering about what?
I was wondering about your kung fu.
What's that?
What style kung fu are you training?
Tai Chi, the Chin and Yang styles, Mantis and Baji.
Gotcha. So I'm curious if you have any tendon training regimen in there.
No, I gotta get that in the meditation.
Oh man, you gotta get with me then, because I got this one. I got this one. You start off like this. It's a qigong that's made to stretch and open up your tendons. It stretches the whole body. So this is the first one. This is the first one with movement. And then this is the second one. So all of those together make three of the first moves. This is move 0, preparation. You're sensing the dantian with the palms and you're opening up the armpits. Inhaling, expanding, exhaling, condensing. Then this is technically coming afterwards. It's called turning inwards. You sense with the palm centers, but overlap them in front of the dantian, and now sense the dantian with both of them from the front.
It transferred to the last hand.
Something like that, yep. And then you go into drawing earth and sky, which is the most common qigong move, combining earth, heaven, and then drawing it first to the crown, and then down the center line, overlapping palm centers. Once again, guiding the energy into the dantian. So boom, you do that like 7 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I wasn't actually moving chi that time. I was just doing movement.
No, I want to check it out.
Yeah, but that's only basically the preparation. So the actual, I'm not going to go on camera with this all the way because this is something that you can't really.
Private.
Yeah, you can't really do this unless I go into further explanation. But I can just show you. So, boom, and I'll just show you instead of explain it so that nobody gets any bright ideas. Sorry about that. There, brother. Yep. And then you're rolling
all the way around.
Yeah, and this develops the core strength around the spine.
Yeah. What's this called?
That's a good question, actually. I usually just call it sword fingers, but that is not what it is. You just also make sword fingers while you do it.
That's a good rotation. I've seen that before. That's a good rotation.
Yeah, and you do it 7 times on each side. The first 3 on each side, you're supposed to go super gentle with it. And then you want to do at least 2 more where you're really stretching into it. But again, use your own judgment for what feels acceptable. And this is why you do the 3 lightly. And I want to teach you how to do this because this is great. And the reason why it's great is because it will help you to recover in between the actual vein tendon qigong, which is made to develop. Yep. So this is like a stretching recovery version of the qigong made for healing and promoting perfect posture. And then you combine that with this intense manipulation. One of the 2 hard style qigongs that I've learned throughout my years is vein tendon qigong, and your vein tendon.
Gotcha.
Vein tendon. Yep. You jam the thumbs into the sides right here, and you make a fist, a little fist. First, you stretch the fingers out like this, right? Then you make the little fist, and you shove the shoulders down away from the ears, tuck the chin, stretch the crown up away from the ears. And then you get into a horse riding stance, a high emperor's horse riding stance, I believe is the best way to describe it. You actually have the toes turned in, you grip with the toes, you twist the knees out. So you're stretching the tendons all the way down to the toes by gripping the toes and twisting the knees out. So you're tightening the tendons from every single direction, and then you stretch the core from every direction away from itself.
And your neck too?
Say again?
Your neck too?
Yep, neck too, but from a tucked chin. So you feel the stretch of the back of the neck stretching up into the crown, and you have to find that stretch by tucking the chin.
Yeah.
And you can tuck the chin in different ways, but the idea is you want to go up and leaning slightly forwards with the crown tilt, stretching is way better than leaning backwards at all. That's when people start giving themselves long-term injuries and shit like that. So again, this is the other reason why I'm not really going into it hardcore on this. But then you go, I'll share a couple. Yeah, go ahead.
And then what you're doing is kind of like a throat lock, Jaren Bunda. It's a throat lock in yoga.
Yeah, and Sun Chien takes it to another level. Because we draw the tendons tight in the face even when we're doing Sun Chien.
Got you.
That lets you do things like the spear
I saw
to the
that.
throat
Yeah,
demonstration.
I saw that. I saw somebody, the spear to the throat. Exactly. That was great.
And you test yourself by breaking chopsticks there first so that you don't take a fucking spear to the throat. Yeah, that's first. That's first. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but
I'll wrap my hands.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just gonna cut this actually.
Okay.
This was a surprise for anybody who chimed in anyways. So good for you if you tuned in. We might not even keep this up.